Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
So let's talk. Let's start at the beginning. Let's talk about my neck. As you guys know, it was about 1 week ago when I told you guys, man, I was sleeping and I guess I must have wrenched my neck in my sleep and did something to really hurt it. And I told you the story about how over like 12, 13 years ago, one day I'm in the doorway of my bathroom back when I lived in the condo in Connecticut, and I just twist my head the wrong way and I get incredibly bad shooting pain going all the way down my neck, through my shoulder, all the way down the back of my arm, into the forearm, into my thumb. And I lost feeling in my thumb. And I literally could not feel my thumb for 2 months. It was that bad. 2 months of numbness, pain, and nerve problems. Now, this is because basically I have, a chronic condition with my spine that's getting worse as I get older. There's nothing I can really do about it. It's hereditary. My dad also has it, and he's much older than me, and he's getting tons of problems now in his old age, and it sucks because it means that's what I'm in store for. So a week ago, I did something in my sleep. I wake up, and I've got, again, this shooting nerve pain. Now, the good news is I didn't do it so badly that my forearm and thumb are affected. They're not. My actual hands and, my arms are okay. But I just got this ongoing shooting pain, a tightness, and just discomfort in my shoulder and neck that isn't going away. Sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's way worse. And it all depends on what's going on. Over the course of this last week, I tried mitigating it. I tried doing things. Nothing was working. Okay. In fact, I felt like in my after the marathon on Friday, I went to sleep. And when I woke up on Saturday morning, my day off, it was the worst it's been all week. It was incredible nerve pain all day long, ongoing. And I just basically had to phase it out. I'm a little lucky in this regard. Why? Because I used to have a debilitating back injury between my L4, L5 vertebrae. I had a severely herniated disc in my 20s. And it was incredible pain and numbness for about, if I think about the time period, it was probably from my late 20s, so probably around the time that I was like 25, 26, all the way through, probably until like maybe 7, 8 years ago. So this was ongoing for, the greater part of a decade. So I was used to that level of pain. I'm used to having ongoing shooting nerve pain, and I've just learned to phase it out. So right now, I might be like, oh my God, I can't work. I can't do anything. But I'm actually used to it. And I know that's sad, but I'm just desensitized to this kind of pain because I've had it for so long. So it's just not that big of a deal for me. I just try not to think about it. And quite honestly, if I keep myself busy with stuff, I don't even think about it and it doesn't really affect me. Okay. But the problem has been that there's things that I've wanted to do this week. For example, I want to play Call of Duty on mouse and keyboard. And mouse and keyboard means that I got to have my hands and arms up to play. And that's going to put stress on my shoulder and neck muscles. And I don't know if I want to do that with my back hurting me so much. It's a risk. What if I end up hurting it worse? I don't know what's going to happen. But what sucks is Call of Duty's been a great part of the rotation. You guys have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. Ever since I started playing on mouse and keyboard about a month ago, it's been great. Like, I'm doing better and better. And now I've gotten good with all kinds of different weapons that previously I hadn't used. Now we're using an Uzi and powering it up. After that, I think I want to try sniping. So I don't want to have now a game get completely removed from rotation because of this stupid injury that I have. So basically, what I did, I had to do something. Okay, I had to do something. I couldn't just keep ignoring it and hoping it was going to get better or go away. So I ordered a specialty pillow. All right, this pillow is designed specifically for people who have neck, back, and shoulder issues. It has multiple positions that you can use to sleep on it to give you support that you need so that when you're sleeping, you stay in place and don't move so much so that you can get the proper support and you don't end up wrenching yourself in your sleep. Okay, so here it is. Thought I wasn't going to have show and tell. You're out of your mind. This is the special, I think it's called osteo pillow. So it's for, I forget the scientific word. It's osteo something, osteopathy, osteo something. It has to do with your neck and spine. Okay. So this is the thing. It's a big beast of a pillow. It's made of memory foam, but it's also a breathable material. And it has two positions, essentially. If you're a side sleeper, okay, you put your head here sideways like this, okay, and you keep your shoulder into this crevice here. And basically, this gives you support in your sleep so you don't move around and you don't move your head or neck. Now, let me tell you, I had tried to sleep on my normal pillow in that position the night before, and I had excruciating pain. Last night, I slept in that very position on this pillow, and I had zero pain, and I stayed completely still in my entire night of sleep. I never wanted to move. It was comfortable as heck. Okay? So for me, that was perfect. Now, there's also flipping it gives you a special back support area. So if you're someone who sleeps on your back, you put your head there, just like this. And now you have perfect shoulder and back support. And again, when you're there comfortable just laying like that, this is the natural position your neck's supposed to be in, and you have no desire to move around. You just stay comfy on the pillow like that. So this is a really good pillow, but I got to get used to sleeping on it. I've only slept on it once so far, and I really liked the experience. And I can tell you, at the very least, I didn't hurt my neck further. You know, I didn't move and toss and twist in my sleep and wake up in a weird position and end up in even more pain. So that's a great thing. Now, how am I feeling today? Not great. I still got it. And if I move the wrong way, I still get this shooting. I cannot, once again, I still can't lean my head this way. I could turn it this way. I can lean it kind of forward and back. If I do too far forward, there it is. There's the pain right there. If I lean it too far back, there it is. There's the pain there right there. So I could go like a little bit of limited movement up and down to nod, and I could do some twisting, but I cannot lean my head to the right at all. If I do, it pinches the nerve. So it might take a long time. Like I said, it took me 2 months to recover from that serious neck pain that I had, 12 years ago. I very well might be in that situation again. I hope not. It is what it is. It sucks. It's just reality, and I got to deal with it. But I'm just trying to relay it to you that, number one, this happens as you get older. Get ready, because as you get older, you're going to get all kinds of problems. If you're heavy, meaning you're overweight, you're going to have issues with your knees, your ankles, your back. If you just have problems with your joints, you're going to have things, arthritis, things like this. This sucks, and there's nothing you can really do about it once you have it. You're just stuck with it, and you got to deal with it. So, I'm doing my best. I bought the pillow. Hopefully this is going to help, moving forward. And tonight, I have Call of Duty on the schedule. All right? So tonight, I like to attempt to play it. I just don't know how it's going to go. I'm just being honest. Like, I want to play it tonight, but we got to see how my neck and back feels when I go to play it. I just don't know how it's going to work. I hope it works fine and I can play and we don't have a lot of problems. But it is a limitation of me and my body. It's not something that I caused. It's not really something that I can cure. It just sucks. It's an ongoing thing, right? And, it's hilarious because people say stuff like, oh, there's a lot you can do. You can do healthy eating and exercise and therapy and massages and this and that. I love people who, number one, are know-it-alls and think that they know better than people who actually have the conditions. That's number one, the thing I think is funny as shit. People who sit on a stream and think that they know better than the person who's had the condition for over a decade. That's number one. Number two, I love people who say there's a lot you can do, and then they literally spew out a laundry list of shit that isn't stuff that you can realistically do. Eat healthy. I do eat healthy. I've dramatically improved my diet in the last 5 to 10 years. Everyone knows this because I had things like gout and stuff like that, and I need to adjust my diet to be healthier. Look at my weight now compared to what it used to be. I used to be 240 pounds. I'm 195 pounds now, and even losing more. So there you go. You say exercise. Yeah, exercise, meaning just make sure that you have some basic stretchability, right? Nimbleness, and you're not all, sitting and not moving all day. I don't, like, I'm fine with that regard. I'm not in any situation where I'm like overweight and I'm decrepit and I'm anything like that, right? And then you say, well, therapy. No, therapy, no. What you could stretch, you could do things. Doesn't help when you do it in your sleep. All right. There's a difference between, oh, I have an unhealthy lifestyle and I just sit around, I'm overweight and I eat bad and I'm a big no load and I got bad heart conditions. I got freaking diabetes and now my joints hurt and I'm hurting my neck. There's a difference between that and you're someone who literally has had chronic spine issues since the 20s. You know what I'm saying? I've had this for 20 years of my life and it's not going away. It's just something that I have to learn how to mitigate and deal with. There's fantasy land and then there's reality. And some people like to live in fantasy land and think that you can magically just make all health issues go away. That's not true. I am here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as a realist, I want you to understand something. It doesn't matter how much you exercise. It doesn't matter how healthy you eat. It doesn't matter how many stretches you do, how many doctor appointments you go to, how many injections you get, how many medications you take. You're going to have medical issues, and you better just learn to deal with them psychologically and physically, because if you don't, you're going to be a fucking bumbling mess, crybabying about it for the rest of your life, instead of learning how to just say, okay, I'll just deal with it and move on. All these things that these people say, oh, you could do this, you could do this. Or you could just live with it because you can't cure everything. You might want to believe that. You might want to think that life is rainbows and unicorns and everything is magically curable. It's not. I've had these conditions for over 20 years. I will have them for the rest of my life. I've come to terms with that. So I don't need to run to the fucking doctor every time that I accidentally pinch the nerve in my neck. But maybe you do because you're a sissy and you think that some doctor is magically going to cure every problem you have. And you think that you have the crazy health solution to every problem. You don't. You're an idiot. If you sit on someone's stream and you're trying to be an armchair doctor, you're a moron. So, anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going through right now, and it really sucks, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'll try to sleep better now that I have this new pillow. In fact, I'll probably just bring this back to the bedroom now, but it was I got a good night's sleep last night. Like, it actually was legitimately a really good night's sleep. And I was like, wow, I didn't move. And typically when I sleep, I'll wake up in another position, and I didn't have to move at all. I was like, wow, this is nice. I didn't feel uncomfortable or that I had to move or do anything. So the pillow definitely is serving its purpose. Now I'm curious, it is memory foam, and I'm curious how long memory foam will last, because memory foam doesn't necessarily last too long depending on the quality. Pillow wasn't cheap, but also it wasn't like insanely expensive. So I guess I'll see as I use it every night, and hopefully I'll have some updates for you that are positive over the next week or two. All right, but it may affect streams. Like I said, tonight, I want to play Call of Duty. I'm going to leave it on the schedule for now, but let's see how things go today, and let's see how I feel by the late streams, right? So, there you have it. All right. I'm just going to bring the pillow back into the bedroom now, if you bear with me, and then we'll continue. Give me 1 second here.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. Can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.